Rise up this morning, smiled at the rising sun, and three little birds beside my doorsteps, having breakfast with Bob. Chee-hoo!
Pancho Man, welcome to day 5. Breakfast with Bob. We're brought to you by HOKA, One, Polar, Halo, Neuroscience, Velofix, today's plan, Normatec, Four Seasons Resort, Hualalai, Triathlete magazine. We're beautiful. Huggo's on the rocks. Our next guest, 6-time Ironman World Champion, Natascha Badmann. How are you?
I'm great. It's not just wonderful, great.
Now you're not racing. No.
Yeah, don't talk about that.
You want to race?
Yeah, I may jump off the pier.
Don't you? I think they have day of race registration. Just show up tomorrow. You can sign up. Not a problem.
Sign up late.
Just sign up late. Not a problem. It's hard for you to come to a race and not race, huh?
It really is. It's first time that I will be watching, and I go kind of through a lot of emotions. I won that race 20 years ago, so
Right.
it means a lot to me. And some people, there were not so many videos and people talking to me, sharing memories. This really gives me the time back, and I go through quite a valley of emotions.
So talk about the first time you came here, because you had been winning the Powerman race in Zofingen, but a lot of people in the States, there wasn't the YouTube and to watch what happened.
Right.
The European scene and what's happening in America was totally different. So a lot of people didn't know you when you came here for the first time.
Yeah, that's true, because we got that Powerman, which should be the same as Ironman,
Right.
but with no swim.
Right.
Swiss conditions.
Exactly. We don't want water.
No.
No.
We have water, but it's chilly cold.
Yes.
So it's kind of, we had that brutal run.
Brutal first run.
Brutal first run. And then 150 bike, and again a 30 run. And so this should be the other part that athlete could race.
Right.
Racing Ironman Hawaii and racing Powerman.
Well, and Powerman had a lot of money.
Had a lot of money, and it was really good that time back for the athletes to have 2 races in the season that they could peak on.
Right.
Everybody was there.
Oh, yeah, you had Mark Allen, Jürgen Zach. Everybody came to Powerman. And really, it was, at that point, it was Powerman and Nice and Kona. Were
Right.
the 3
right.
big races
Three
in the world.
big races that gave money where athletes could live from.
Exactly. And so when did you make the decision that you also wanted to, besides Powerman, besides the duathlon, that you wanted to try triathlon?
It was a history that, thank duathlon Powerman, and Karen Smyers was there. She raced the year before here in Kona, and she won the race.
Yes, in 95, that's
that
right.
was 95. So 96, she made her trip to Zofingen, and Zofingen, that was my first long race, and it was kind of in front of my back door, so I knew the course pretty well, and I was able to beat Karen.
And she was defending Ironman World Champion.
Right, and this gave some rumors, and they said that Swiss chick should come over to Kona and show if she can race. So that's how I ended up here.
And I still remember you and Paula Newby-Fraser running along the Queen Highway together, right? And the two of you were in front of her. She caught up. You guys ran together for a long time together.
Yeah.
What do you remember from that?
It's just, I mean, we had no Facebook, we had no videos, we had no nothing. It's only 20 years back, but it's kind of so weird. When I knew I had the chance, I got that formal letter invitation that I could go to Kona. I started look up I took out my big world book, and I was looking, where's the island of Hawaii? There was no Google.
How did we live?
How did we live back
I
then?
have no idea.
I took that atlas out and was searching for Hawaii and started to read travel books about Hawaii, and I was checking Triathlete magazine from the past years and was looking at the picture and reading the stories again to get a little bit prepared of what's coming up to me. Compared to today, it's almost unbelievable.
And it's one of those things when people get off the plane here, a lot of times they're defeated because it's so hot.
Come up and it's kind of...
How did you feel the first time you came here?
I came out of the airplane and it was night. It was that wonderful open airport.
Yes.
I never landed I was looking, where's the roof? There was no roof at that airport. So it was a different world for
Yes.
me. I came from Swiss countryside, and here it was kind of, wow. And then there was that breeze. And I'm kind of the person that prefers to be warm than cold.
Yes.
So arriving at 8 o'clock at night all dark, and then that warm breeze coming, it just was for me a kind of a welcome here.
Exactly.
It was the word of aloha spirit, and
Yes.
I just got it from the first moment on.
And so you're racing against the woman who's winning her 8th and final Ironman World Championship. You're side by side. She gets away a little bit, but you get second your first time here, and your smile just lit up the island. Like it seemed like just all day long on the bike and running. Did you get that feel right away that I just love this place?
I worked toward that place. My training was not only physical training, so a lot of my preparation was in my head. I knew it could be conditions that I never was racing in before.
Right.
And I was not so much experienced on the long distance either. So a lot of my preparation were mentally. But the main focus that I had when I came here, I wanted to enjoy.
Right.
Of course, on my first race, I did so many mistakes that I don't want anybody else to go through.
What'd you do? What was the mistakes?
I came from the short ITU races.
Right.
So I was running in T2.
Yes.
Took my bike shoe off, put my running shoes on, and left.
Right.
So with no socks, probably the fastest transition. But I was 2 miles into the race and got horrible blisters. And then that devil voice, I had that devil in me that said, "Oh, poor, your feet hurt so much. Can you imagine? You're only 2 miles and they already hurt. It's so long." And then there was the other side, that angel voice that said, "You're in Hawaii. You made it. Look at the ocean." And then the devil voice came again and said, "Oh, no, it's too far." And then the angel voice came again and said, "Watch, you can be strong." And then finally, I was running beside my hotel. Can you imagine how big Devil was? Devil said, "Come in, get your feet up, get a cool drink."
Turn on the air conditioning.
Yeah, turn on the air conditioning. So that was really those mistakes that I went through the first time, but it was incredible experiences.
So when you win this for the first time, how did that not just change your life, but also the sport of triathlon in Switzerland?
It gave a lot to Switzerland because before they just
They didn't really look at it as a big deal.
No, they didn't look at it as a big deal, and kind of Ironman, those people just were crazy. I remember very well when I was moving the place I lived, I was moving on another spot in countryside. So I was running through the new town, and there was the train coming. So the lightning went down, bling, 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 and I had to run in place. So I was waiting in place, and the lady, who did her garden in front of the house, she was a farmer lady, she said to me, "Hey, if you have nothing to do, you can help digging out wheat."
So she thought you were just standing there hanging out.
Yeah, kind of like, "You're not working, so come on and do something real." So it was not really looked as a real profession, but over all the successes on all the years and the stories that I could bring home, triathlon got more accepted, Ironman got more looked at, and finally we got some seconds or some minutes at TV, which is very nice because in Switzerland it was a kind of a sport right at the side, and now that much more girls
and with Daniela, what she's doing.
Daniela, yeah, and also at the Olympics with Nicola, we had some girls that kept on the good spirit of the sport.
Following in your tradition.
Yes, and also before there was Caroline, so we had some good, really good, and Karin, who has still the bike record here. So we have still some good girls that came and brought some good results back.
Now you got to spend some quality time with Daniela Reef because you guys did a fun little movie together. What did you learn about her during that time?
So it's really interesting how she can train. For me, I couldn't do a single race with her mental strategy. I kind of wanted to enjoy. Of course, I was in pain too sometimes, but I didn't look out for the pain. I looked out for the beauty. This is what made me smile. So we had a completely different mindset. She is kind of the person that says, if a workout is not painful, it's for nothing. And this is not how I could have raced for 20 years.
No.
So she is a machine. For me, she is just racing. I'm the softie here.
So in 2012, you won Ironman South Africa at the age of 45, which I think is the oldest Ironman champion ever. What did that mean to you? Because I remember Dave Scott in 1994 came here at the age of 40, but it seems like people can race longer and at a high level. How were you able to do that?
That story started some years back. In 2007, I came here and felt I was the strongest athlete ever.
Right.
Did I tell you about my picture of the growing tree?
No.
So in my head or in my heart, or I don't know, I always felt like it was a little seed growing. And that little seed grew, and I came here as a tree. Later on, the tree had some blossoms.
Right.
And then I got some fruits. And so I felt when I came here in 2007 that my tree was full of apples. So I felt very strong and ready, and you know, that intense feeling. And then I crashed.
Right, and hurt yourself. Right. So you basically had applesauce.
Yeah, basically. And the worst thing in my applesauce was that they said I never would be able to be an apple. They said, you're a broken tree now, and if you were a car, you would be brought to dump. So, and if you were a racehorse, you would be shot. So
right.
I said, thank goodness I'm not a racehorse. That really, that was a hard period because you imagine both of my arms were non-functional. I couldn't use them. If I cried, I couldn't wipe off my tears. So that was a really hard period I got through. But that feeling of the apple tree still was somewhere within me. And this was the feeling that I said, I want that feeling back.
Yes.
And doctors said, it's not possible that you race again. But I said, I want the feeling back. So with that good picture, I just was working, trying to lift my hand off the table and trying to eat myself again and get an athlete again. And also that they promised me I would never be able to swim. I just imagined that I could swim. So when I couldn't swim, I just said, oh, how nice that would be when I'm in water again. And today I enjoy swimming much more. So it took me 5 years after that accident. And I went to South Africa where I had some good races before. And I knew my body will remember all these good experiences before coming to Kona. And I was able to have another victory there. I didn't count with the victory. I just wanted the feeling. I was chasing that feeling.
You're chasing the apple.
I was chasing the apple, not the sauce.
Love it. How about a round of applause for Natascha Badmann? That is awesome.
Woo! Rise up this morning, smile at the rising sun. 3 little birds beside my doorsteps, singing breakfast with Bob. Chee-hoo!
Pancho Man!